everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing my April wrap up and my May TBR smushed together in one video. I haven't actually done a wrap up video before, so this is like a first. April's been a really slow reading month for me. I think I mentioned in my April TBR that April has also been like a slow reading month. I just don't feel great, and when I don't feel great it makes me tired, and then I can't read when I'm tired. So yeah, it's been a bit slow, but I feel a lot perkier towards the end of the month of April, so I'm hoping I'm going to go into May in the reading spirit, if that makes sense. So I'm going to start with my April wrap up. I'm still in the middle of reading Graceling. I don't think I've picked it up since the beginning of the month, so I'm not going to include it in this vlog because I've shown it time and time again. I will do a wrap up when I've actually finished it. And I'm also still reading The Colour Purple. I've got about 40 pages to go, so I think I'm going to get that done either today or tomorrow. But I've loved this book so far. I love the fact that it's written in journal format and letter format, like a letter to a person. It's just absolutely amazing. And yeah, it was totally harrowing in the beginning and whatnot, but as I'm getting towards the end, like the lead character Celi's life seems to be getting on track. She seems to be not on track as in she was off track, but just the circumstances and situations that she was in through no fault of her own is just absolutely horrendous, and now her life is getting better from what I can see. So yeah, really liking it. It's on for a 5-star for me. I just can't wait to read the last 40 pages. First book that I finished in April was Gallant. Absolutely obsessed. I did end up annotating this, don't think you can see, because I was just loving it. I was all over it. Oh, it's so good. I love Olivia in it. She's just amazing. Such a strong female character. I loved all the like spookiness and the other world and whatnot. It was just brilliant. I just absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 stars. And it's made me really excited to read Addie LaRue next. I'm just, yeah, absolutely loved it. I loved the writing, loved everything about it. So yeah, loved it. Next, I finished Paper Girls Volume 4. Absolutely love this series. I think I give it 4 stars this volume. I really do want to get the complete collection because I just love it. And I feel like in this volume, there was a lot more explanation as to what's going on, so I felt like I understood what was going on a bit more, which helped me enjoy it even more than the previous ones. So yeah, obsessed with it. I love the artwork in it. I love the storyline. I love the fact that the kids are from the 80s. I just love it. I love it. And the last book that I read in April was Bunny, and I do talk a bit more about this in a vlog that I'm doing at the moment, so I won't go into too much detail about it here, but I gave this 4 stars even though I had no idea what was going on. Like, it pulled me from one direction to another trying to figure out what the hell was going on in this book. Still loved it though. I still really enjoyed the writing. I love the weirdness of it as well, so did really enjoy it. I still have unanswered questions. I don't know what was going on. But yeah, it was great. Moving on to my May TBR, I'm going to start with my maybe list. So the first book on that list is Pain, It's Just Another Word by Nevin Samus. This author contacted me on Instagram, and this is about his daughter, about her life and her passing. It looks really good, so I do want to throw that on the TBR. I'm not going to prioritise it as much as other books, but yeah, I'm looking forward to reading that. Next on the maybe list is Lil Wayne's A Journal of Rikers Island. So this is by the rapper Lil Wayne, and it's basically taken from his journal during his time on Rikers Island. He was sentenced to 8 months in 2010, so this is while he was in there, and I'm just really excited to see how him being famous and well known impacted on him being there. Was it a help? Was it a hindrance? Like, did he have to get separated from people because people knew who he was and knew he had money? Yeah, I'm just interested to see. So I got this for £1 in Poundland, and I thought it was well worth a read, and yeah, that's why it's on my list this month. The last book on my maybe TBR is Under the Golden Sun by Jenny Ashcroft. So this was given to me by Paul's mum and dad's neighbour of their house in Anglesey. She said it's really, really good, so she's passed it on to me to read. And by the looks of it, it's a slow burn romance, and it's about a lady called Rose. It's set in the 1940s, and basically it looks like she moves to Australia with a child. I don't know whose child it is, whether she's taken the child to Australia on behalf of somebody, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, it looks like she meets the boy's like uncle while she's over there, and I don't know whether the romance is between those two, but yeah, it was recommended and given to me, so yeah, threw that on the TBR. Moving on to the definitely list, and starting with this month's wrapped TBR, which was Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. This is something that I've been wanting to read for a while, and I did put it in me wrapped up TBR, so it was like a bit of a surprise as to when I would get it this year. But yeah, really looking forward to reading it. So it looks like it involves monsters and magic, and I'm here for it. So if you've read this, let me know what you thought of it, because I've heard really, really mixed reviews about this book. So if you've read it, let me know what you think. But yeah, I am looking forward to reading that. Next is a poetry book. This is Sincerely by F.S. Yousaf. So the author popped up on my TikTok For You page, and he was reading out one of his poems, and it made me cry. So I straight away went and bought the book that it came from, because he's got a number of books. So I thought I would give this a whirl, see how I liked it, and then possibly in the future I'll buy more of his books. But this is a compilation of letters and love poems that exemplify spirituality and the magnitude of how much one person can mean to another. It carries messages of positivity, hope, and most of all, true love. So it just sounds absolutely delightful. So yeah. Next is the Sad Ghost Club 2. I absolutely adored the first Sad Ghost Club, so I knew I was going to get the second one without a shadow of a doubt, because it was just brilliant. And this follows on from the first book. So this is a story about what happens after you find your kindred spirits. So be interesting to see, you know, how this plays out with the anxiety side of things and whatnot, and having like people there, like a support group, I'm assuming, people that know what you're going through, how that improves your situation. I don't know, I'm making guesses, but yeah, I just really wanted to read that this month, because I've been putting it off, because once it's read, and you can only read it for the first time once, so I've been putting it off. But this month, May, is my birthday month, so I thought, yeah, let's do it this month. Yeah. Next is That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon by Kimberly Lemming. I've recently started watching Jordaline, and oh my god, she is like the most amazing person to ever grace this planet. I just love her so much. I love her videos. I love the little pep talk she gives at the beginning of them. And she read this book, and so I had to get it. So I think there's a lot of smut in this. I do also like the fact that it gives content warnings at the beginning. So there's mentions of like essay and stuff like that. So I like the fact that it gave those little warnings in there. But basically, I think the title of the book tells you what happens. All I wanted to do was live my life in peace, maybe get a cat, expand my spice farm, really anything that doesn't involve going on a quest where an orc might rip me face off. But they say that the goddess has favourites, so if so, I'm clearly not one of them. After saving the demon Fallon in a wine-drunk stupor, all he wanted to do was kill an evil witch enslaving his people. I mean, I get it, don't get me wrong, but he's dragging me along for the ride and I'm kind of peeved off about it. On the bright side, he keeps burning off his shirt. So it just sounds funny. It sounds funny and cute and sexy. So yeah, that definitely had to go on this month's TBR. And I love the cover as well. I absolutely love the cover. Yeah, just love it. And last on this month's TBR is Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lynn Tan. This edition is absolutely stunning. Then got it in January's fairy loot box. Just absolutely beautiful, beautiful. I'd be wanting to read it for a couple of months and I just think now is the time to do it. I definitely think this is going to be the book that I pick up once I finished The Colour Purple, because I just can't wait to read it any longer. But it basically sounds like it's about a girl, Xing Yin, who has magical powers. She's been kept away or hidden from the emperor, who exiled her mother for stealing an elixir of immortality, but then her powers become so much that she can't be in hiding anymore. So I think it's like the story of her on the run, trying to rescue her mother because she has to leave her mother behind and stuff like that. And I just think it just sounds amazing. So yeah, I'm definitely reading this next. So that is my April wrap up / May TBR. I feel like I'm back in the reading spirit at the moment, so I'm really excited for the books that I've got on my TBR this month. And I'm even thinking about books that I want to read in the summer outside in the garden. Like, I'm planning it already. I can just see it. It's going to be great. It's just going to be wonderful. So yeah, let me know if you've read any of these books, if you plan on reading any of these books soon, what you're reading this month. Like, just let me know down below. So that is everything for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, then please subscribe. Bye.